Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be doing DACA scholarships. As always, I'm Adriana Rodriguez from the NACRC. If you have any questions or need any help, you can, of course, reach out to us at NACRC at neu.edu. All our social media handles will be at the very end of this video. Um, Here at the NACRC, we do more than just help students with scholarships. We can help you with their FAFSA college applications or anything else college related. So let's get started. Here's a quick overview of the three scholarships we'll be looking at today. All links for the scholarship will be placed down below. If you need help applying or help writing your letters or essays, please feel free to reach out to us again. So first is the B. Davis Scholarship. Now this scholarship is worth $1,000. There is one or more awards, and the reason I say one or more is because they tend to give out awards depending on how many students actually need it and how many students they feel are worth giving this award to. The deadline is May 22nd, 2021, and the result date is for August 2021. So the requirement for this scholarship is that there is no age restriction. You have to include your school, your name, and what school you're attending in the fall. Uh, and then you have to include a description of your academic work, and they do not want you to upload your transcript. They want you to give a brief description of the rigor of your courses, meaning have you taken any AP classes, have you taken any honors classes, have you taken any dual enrollment classes. They really just want to know what really makes you stand out as a student, but they do not want you to upload your transcript with your application. Next is the application or the essay. In this one, it is an essay of 1,000 words or less, and you have to answer the following prompt. Describe the three characteristics of leadership you value most. Discuss why you believe these traits are so important and how you feel that they are developed in an individual. Now, if you're kind of stuck and you're like, I don't know what traits in leadership are most important, what I would say would help is look at someone who is a leader, someone who has led you, like a teacher, maybe a mentor, and really try to figure out, well, what makes them such a good teacher, what makes them such a good mentor, and then those are sort of characteristics for leadership, and then you can describe why you feel those are so important. um, for example, you might be like, communication is such an important trait because it really allows you to get down on the level of the people you're working with, and allows you to really get to know what they're doing and have a better workflow because you're both understanding the project. So that's why communication is important. This, of course, can be anything. If you're having trouble coming up with ideas, again, reach out to us. Next scholarship is the 1-800 Wheelchair Scholarship. Now, the 1-800 Wheelchair Scholarship is worth $500. There are two awards being given, and the deadline is May 30th, 2021. There isn't an exact result date, but I would bet it would be sometime after, like maybe 6 weeks afterwards, so sometime in late June, that you would be hearing back from them. So the requirements for this one are enrolled at an accredited high school, college, or university in the US, enrolled at the graduate level, undergraduate level, or your final year of high school, age 16 years or older, carry a status of good standing, which usually just means you're enrolled currently, especially if you're in college, it just means you're enrolled currently. In high school, that tends to be the equivalent of on the track to graduation. Maintain a cumulative GPA of at least 3.0 or equivalent, meaning if your school wants on a different grading system, you really just have to make sure it's equivalent to a 3.0. So for this scholarship, the application does require an essay, and the essay sort of just follows a please submit a visual poem in a style of your choosing on the theme of overcoming a personal challenge. Limit your visual poem to an 8 by 5 by 11 piece of paper. You can choose to represent words, images, or both. It can be abstract or representational. Please include a personal statement that gives us an idea of who you are and how your poem relates to a challenge you face. The poem and essay combined should be between 5,000 and 1,000 words, but feel free to write a little less or a little more. So for this one, that it is asking for you two distinct parts of it. The first part is either a visual poem or an actual poem, and then the personal statement. These should be in on separate pages. They do want the visual poem on one page and the personal statement on the other. Don't mix them up together, and it should reach between that word limit. I would say you should do somewhere around maybe 400 for each word, a little less, a little more, depending on how big your personal statement is. It does say that you can choose to do an image and then maybe write a poem. So you can take a picture of something that really is meaningful to you and then write a poem describing what it is. and then you can write your personal statement. If you need a little bit of help um, trying to figure out what your personal statement should be about or what you should highlight in your poem, again, reach out to us. We're more than happy to help you brainstorm some ideas for this. Now, for this one, there is an extra step to the application. So all materials have to be sent in by paper mail. So you need a typed copy of your submission. Make sure you have a digital copy just in case you want to publish it. First and last name, email address, and phone number have to be printed at the top of each page, meaning if your personal statement is about 2 pages, it has to be on the front and back of both pages. Statement or transcript of your grade point average, GPA. This is usually an official transcript, which of course you can get from your high school. Students submitting their work should sign up for our scholarship email list below, and this should be on the link. You should be able to see it. Just basically type in your email and you're done. But make sure all this has to be sent in by May 30th. So the date at which you send it in all those packages has to be on or before May 30th. So the last scholarship is the Retina the Bull Scholarship. Now this scholarship is worth $1,000. There's one award, and the deadline is for June 1st of 2021. The result date is for July 1st of 2021. So the requirements for this one are must be immigrants or children of immigrants in the United States. All candidates must be attending a 4-year college program or accepted to a 4-year program or accepted to attending a graduate program within the US, meaning if you are in high school, you can still apply. If you're an undergraduate student, you can still apply. If you're a college graduate student, you can still apply for the scholarship. All candidates must provide current transcripts reflecting a minimum GPA of 3.0. Again, they can be unofficial transcripts, but it does have to show that you have a minimum GPA of a 3.0. If you have a 2.9, you still don't qualify. It does have to be that 3.0. So for this application, there is an essay, completed scholarship application, proof of college acceptance or attendance, and current transcripts. They don't give an essay prompt. That's kind of given kind of private. You get the essay prompt once you begin your application. So be sure to take some time when you're writing that essay. You do have to provide your current transcripts, meaning if you still haven't graduated yet, you still do have to provide your transcript, even if it doesn't have the final grades for your last semester. Proof of college attendance or acceptance, meaning that if you are attending the university, you tend to get a letter of acceptance, and that's what you have to submit for this application. So to end this presentation, I'm going to share with you the NACRC's biggest tip for this month, and it is keep a tight schedule. So create a calendar with scholarship deadlines and result dates, because sometimes while you are keeping track of what scholarships you're applying to, you're not really keeping track of when the result dates are. So you don't know when to look out for the results for certain ones. So it's important to keep track of that too. Um, you can also schedule when to ask for letters of recommendations. A lot of these scholarships do ask for some sort of letter of recommendation or some proof of grades or all that. So if you have to ask for that, be sure you at least give the person who's writing you the letter of recommendation at least 2 weeks to write you this letter. And that's why it's important to keep a schedule, because if the scholarship is due May 30th, you want to give them at least 2 weeks beforehand to write you that well-written letter of recommendation. So thank you for watching. Here are all our social media handles. If you need help or want to reach out to us, please feel free to. You can call us by the phone or email us. Our email is on the screen. We don't just cater to any U students or any U bound students. We're here to help any high school student. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys come back next month for more scholarships to apply to.